Have you noticed how little natural daylight there is in most stores? There is more to lighting design than just giving the customer the ability to see what they're about to buy. Lighting is a crucial part of the shopping environment, and how it's designed can have a big impact on how the brand is perceived. Shoplight is a company that specialises in lighting solutions for retail. We went to find out some of the tricks of their trade.
My name is Mark Shortland. I'm the co-founder and managing director for Shoplight. We deliver expert lighting solutions to retail chains and their respective design partners.
My name's Mel Shortland and I am co-founder and director here at Shoplight along with my husband Mark. I think really it's like an extension to your marriage. I think myself and Mark have been married for nearly 20 years. We complement each other in our marriage with our personalities and our skill sets, and we bring that into work as well.
We both shared this vision to set up and grow Shoplight.
I think initially it's just getting our name out there, getting ourselves known, who we are, who works here, and that we are a trustworthy brand. I think once we did that, we then became established and it was easier for us from then on in.
Our challenges were twofold. One was to ensure that we had a really focused and accurate product range to enable that we could meet our clients' needs, but also to be able to challenge those large manufacturers head on and provide added value to our clients, greater benefits through service, and ensure that we gave them a really valid reason for choosing Shoplight.
My name is Mark Griggs. I'm the Business Development Manager for Shoplight. Well, as a business, we're very nimble and we're very focused on what we do. So we don't try to be all things to all men.
We're different from the competitors because we have a wide experience in this market, but also we are very specific to retail lighting. We're not trying to offer solutions across the board, like I said before, with office lighting, warehouse lighting. It is purely retail.
Shoplight was born in 2014, so we're still relatively young, and essentially it was born from a desire to create a business that worked exclusively with retailers to ensure that as they developed and built new stores, they could have a lighting partner that was focused solely on their needs. So we've looked at each touch point along the way for our clients, whether it be from lighting design and rendering through to the supply of product, onto the commissioning of the lighting, and furthermore the warranty at the back end. We've tried to make things easy for our customers. This may be through producing renders within 48 hours. It could be through the way in which we package the goods and ensure that there's no secondary electrical connections for their installers. And right the way through to the point where we believe we're the only lighting provider in our field that has a fully employed commissioning engineer who will go out to each store and ensure that those lights are set up perfectly, ready for when the retailer opens the store. And so we think that over the last 4 years, this has been really shown through our growing client base, which includes well over 20 different retail brands, some of which are multinational. So we're here in Moss Bros in Peterborough. Moss Bros have been a long-standing client of ours, and we've been very fortunate over the years to be able to count on their support and business. What's important when we stand within a retail space is to understand how lighting can both help the brand in terms of directing consumers through the space and demonstrating their goods for sale and the qualities of their product offer, but also work with the demography of the clients and the way in which they may choose to shop the space to ensure that the lighting enables consumers to make those great buying decisions. So for example, we're looking at colour temperatures of light, great colour rendering to ensure that the fabrics and the quality of those fabrics is reflected back into the consumer's eye, enabling to make those buying decisions. Our achievements are also varied, in particular through the way the company's grown over the previous 4 years. But actually our greatest satisfaction comes through the great retail spaces that we play our part in delivering. And that could be from an independent retailer working on a very tight budget to deliver their first small store, right the way through to a flagship project, one of which was the Lego store on Leicester Square in London that we lit just over a year ago.
I think future challenges is the growth of the business. That's what we'd like to focus on next. Growing our staff, growing our clientele. That's really where our challenge now lies.
However, the other challenge is very much through the Internet of Things, and we know that if retailers are to remain competitive through bricks and mortar stores, then of course they have to create experiential places. And these are stores where customers want to visit, they want to stay, and ultimately to buy. And we think through lighting we can help deliver these spaces so that it creates a more leisure-focused experience for consumers and ultimately provides a challenge to online retailing.
I think one of the obstacles that you can face is that if you don't keep up with the current market and what's required with your customers, then you can fall behind. So it's very much about being and understanding what your customer requires.
I think small business starting out is to persevere, to adapt to any challenges that come along and changes you may have to make, and to keep an eye on your cash flow.
Make sure that you can use your smaller scale to be faster, more nimble, more entrepreneurial than your bigger competitors, as frankly that's where you can make the difference in your market. Whilst we understand that lighting has to play its part in delivering the basics of a good retail experience, we also know that through the Internet of Things, lighting can play a much bigger role. And it's how we embrace that technology, make it affordable for retailers to ensure that they can create these experiential spaces of which light will play its part.